Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis. New Japan's Dominion show on Saturday will go down as one of the best wrestling events of all time. Not only did we possibly see the greatest match ever, Stars for You! Not only was Hiroshi Tanahashi's hair as luscious as ever, Stars for You! But we also got several new top champions, with Best of the Super Juniors winner Hiromu Takahashi beating Will Ospreay for the junior heavyweight title, although that's a picture of him with a stuffed cat. The Young Bucks moved up to capture the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, and their Being the Elite buddy Kenny Omega finally won the big one, ending Kazuchika Okada's 2-year reign to become the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Stars for you! Stars for you! Stars for everybody! And Omega winning the IWGP Heavyweight title isn't the only accolade he picked up over the weekend. He's also earned the respect of WWE.com. After being billed as independent wrestling star Kenny Omega on a WWE article about him taking on Xavier Woods at Street Fighter at this week's E3 convention, a new WWE.com article covering the video game contest describes him as New Japan Pro Wrestling grappler and IWGP champion Kenny Omega. But while the new Golden Elite group of Kenny, the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi revel in their freshly won titles, and Pro Wrestling Tees record-breaking merchandise sales, Jay White mourned his Chaos faction losing every single one of their belts apart from his, posting, "Mr. Switchblade, I don't feel so good." But the most surprising result of the weekend, because everyone assumed he was just going to wrestle another one-and-done match, was Chris Jericho beating Tetsuya Naito to become New Japan's Intercontinental Champion. And wow, does he love that belt! In contrast to Naito's gimmick of flippantly leaving the championship belt anywhere, Jericho revealed just how closely he's going to hold it in his post-Dominion press conference. "I'm going to eat with this title. I'm gonna sleep with this title. I'm gonna shit with this title because it's that important to me." And then he put his middle finger up at the crowd, spat at them, and trashed the press conference set, because that's what Jericho does these days. But that gimmick doesn't extend to Y2J's Instagram, where kayfabe had to do the job for Canada. Good night for Winnipeg. The fact that two skids from the prairies now hold the top 2 titles in the second biggest wrestling company in the world is pretty damn cool to me. But how does Jericho's on and off contract at WWE feel about his apparent longer-term deal with New Japan? Jericho had previously revealed that before his first New Japan match with Kenny Omega back at January's Wrestle Kingdom 12 show, he had called Vince McMahon to let him know in advance, and he was all for it. But that was back when everyone figured Jericho would just be wrestling a one-off match for the Japanese promotion. Now he holds one of their top titles and is seemingly set for a longer run there. Jericho told Busted Open Radio Vince's laissez-faire attitude won't last for long. "When I told McMahon I was going to do more in New Japan, nothing really negative, still very supportive. But I think now it's maybe becoming a little bit of a slight, not issue, but, it's another company out there. I know for a fact that Vince takes every company very seriously. And New Japan isn't the only WWE rival Jericho is currently working with. As his Rock and Wrestling crews announced last week, both Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling will have a presence, the latter run by Jericho's longtime friend Don Callis. WrestleTalk salutes you, Don Callis! Western wrestlers Jericho, the Young Bucks and Omega winning New Japan's top titles are the clearest sign yet that the promotion intends to expand in the United States. Plans that WWE will be keeping a very close eye on. New Japan have already announced that Omega will be defending his IWGP Heavyweight title against Cody, which was set up when Cody walked out for Kenny's post-match celebrations at Dominion for their next US show at the Cow Palace on July 7th. It'll be very interesting to see if Jericho will feature on that card, and how McMahon and WWE will react. Which characters would WWE stars be in Marvel and DC Comics? Find out by clicking the WrestleTalk.com link on screen now, and subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest backstage professional wrestling news. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.